Okay, hi there guys. In this video we are continuing our work on the point of sale system that we started the last tutorial. So to remind you of what happened the last video or the last tutorial, we only created the basic layout, which is not the basic layout but the login screen where we enter the password. We created the change password window, as you can see here, and the main window, which has nothing to be seen, which we have nothing to see here except for change password option. Okay, and we created our project development steps. Sorry. Now, if we check our progress, we find that we have finished about 17% of the total progress, and now we are gonna work on the next step. So basically we can follow these one after the other, or perform few jumps. Anyway, so first thing, we need to work on viewing items. So what I mean by this is that you have a number of items for sale, for example pens, for example, or chopsticks if you are selling these, let's say camera, whatever the items, or batteries, whatever the items you are selling. So you need to store that in the database, and here we are gonna assume that you have unlimited supplies of these items. All you want to do is just store the price for these items. Okay, so first thing, we need to update our database. We happen to create the table for that. So I'm gonna right click this one and say open with sorry about that. Now so let me see, we need Microsoft Access, and open. There we go. So here we have the values table. We are gonna add a new table. Let's choose a create and select table design, and here we are gonna define the items. Now for the items, usually you create the key, and in this case we can make the primary key, the barcode is the primary key. Why? Because no two different items will have the same barcode. So here we're gonna make this barcode, and this one is gonna be we can use text for the barcode, no problem with that. Okay, so this is gonna be a primary key. Okay, also you need to store the item name. Okay, yeah, we are gonna save the buy price. Okay, and this one is gonna be, let me see, there should be number currency. You should use currency basically. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the price where you you buy the item. Gosh, my health haven't improved for a very long time. Anyway, so next we have sell price, and this is also gonna be currency. Okay, yeah, maybe you want to add some kind of description, but for me I'm gonna make this as the I'm gonna assume that this is the basic design. Okay, so we're gonna save this, and here I'm gonna say that this table is called items. There we go. And now this is the items table, as you can see here. So far so good. So now we finished updating the table. Obviously, before you can do anything, you need to update your data set. So you're gonna have to come here, and if you don't see the server explorer, you need to display that. And yeah, so we're gonna open the connection here. You can open tables, and you will see the items table. You just drag it from the server explorer and drop it on your form, and there we go. You get the wizard will create this for you. So far so good, no problem, right? Now, so if we go back to our steps, what we need to do first is view items. So how do we do that? First we need to build the project just to make sure that the dataset will get updated. Okay, there we go. Gosh. And next we're gonna go to our main window. Now in your window, what you want to do, you don't want to make things mixed. So to separate the interface and make things easy for the end user, this means you'll have to do extra work, and I'm gonna do that here. Okay, so don't be lazy. We will need to use the tab control. Where's that? Let me see. PQRS T, it should be here. There we go. This is the tab control, right? So you just drag this one here and make sure it fills. Okay, the whole display. And now you change the anchor for that. Dun dun dun. Okay. Okay, now for the tabs, I'm gonna remove the tabs and keep only click here, remove, so this keeps one tab only. Okay, so I'm gonna click inside. Now you will see that the selection changes. If you click here, you will not be able to change the property of the properties of the tab page. You need to click inside and you'll see the selection changes, and now you can change the text of the tab page. So here we are gonna say items. There we go. What we want to do is display the information. So how are we gonna display the information? Okay, so for that we are gonna use what? We are gonna need a data set, okay, because we will load all the items from the database and put it here. So first we're gonna load the data set here. Okay, and I'm gonna change this one. I'm gonna say my data set. There we go. So we have our data set here. Next, we are gonna need an items table adapter, and this will load the information from the database and put it in the items table. So we're gonna put this one. Okay, and I'm gonna change its name to items TA for table adapter. There we go. And one last thing is to, where's that? I'm gonna need a data grid view. This is okay. I'm gonna need a binding source. Okay, so this is gonna be items ds. Okay, and its data source, I'm gonna select it from here. I'm gonna go to other. I'm gonna go to, you can see here there is the main window list instances, and from there you will see my data set. You select that, and then you need to you will see the data member. Okay, and from here you see that we can select either values or items, so I'm gonna select the items here. Okay, one last thing, I'm gonna choose a data grid view. Obviously you can use the wizard, there's no problem with that, nothing wrong with that, but in my case I want to do it all by hand. It's much better, I guess. Okay, so this data grid, I won't enable adding, I won't enable editing, and I won't enable deleting. I want to do that through menus. Okay, I don't want the user to perform things you know, unintentional, and I don't want unintentional delete or update. Now I select document parent container, and it's gonna fill the display. And from the data source, you can just click here and select the item binding source. There we go. Now there's a number of things here. If you have a look here, you'll find that this is the barcode item name by price supplies. Well, I have no problem with that, but you see item name, you need to have a space here. Buy price, sell price, you need to have a space here. So all you need to do is go and select edit columns, okay? Select item name here and just leave a space. Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong field. I shouldn't change the data. This means the field in the database that you are getting the value from. What you need to go is the header text. I'm sorry about that. So make sure just to change the header text. This is the first. Buy price, same process. Space, sell price, and space. There we go. No problem, right? And I'm gonna hit OK. There we go. So far so good. Now, one last thing. You need to load the information from the database and put that information in the dataset. When does that happen? Well, after logging in and loading the information. And displaying the window. I'm sorry. So here I'm gonna double click that. So here, if everything goes well, load the items table from or the items information from DB into the data set. Okay, so all we have to do is items table adapter dot fill, and now we're gonna say my data set dot what. We should have the items. Okay, so now this is where it gets a little confusing. So here this is the items, okay, and this is the actual data table. The other is items data table. This is a data it's like a data type. This is a class, so don't get confused. You just select the items. I'm sorry. Gosh, sorry. So now this will load the information, and your application should work fine. Obviously we don't have anything in the database, so I'm gonna put some dummy information so that you can see that. So here I'm gonna right click here, select open with, and choose Microsoft Access here. Okay, and here I'm gonna put the item 1. It's called test. Buy it for 0, sell it for $1. Okay, and I'm gonna save that and close it. So you need to see one item when I run this program. I'm gonna run that. Hopefully it works. So 1, 2, 3, and enter, and we see our item. There we go. Okay. Now there are a few tweakings that you might need to do here. I don't want to change these, or for example, if the window is a little bit big, I want it to fill the space. So for that, I'm gonna do a few changes to the data grid. The data grid has lots of properties, so that's quite interesting. I'm gonna change its name here to DGV. I like changing it to this small form, makes it easy for me when I type. Okay, so let me see. Here you can see auto size column mode, and here you can see full. There we go. And now if I run the application now and enter 1, 2, 3 and enter, you can see now it's filling everything here. If I resize it, it's gonna fill the whole display. Okay. So far so good. So by this we finished what step? We finished viewing the items. Okay, so now we're about 23% progress. Now we need to add items. Okay, so now adding items obviously means supplying barcode, item name, buying a price, selling a price. Now for this you are gonna need some kind of strategy. Well, if you want to make this a menu option, you have no problem with that, okay? But if you want to enter values quickly, the way we are gonna do it here, it is not efficient, okay? So here I'm gonna say items. This is the items menu. Here I'm gonna say add item. Okay, again, this is not an efficient way because each time you want to add a new item, you need to go to the items menu and select add new item. Usually you implement this differently if there are lots of items to be entered. Okay, you don't want the user to go through the trouble every time for when they are entering the items. Gosh, I'm sorry again. So we need to create an interface for reading the information. Okay, obviously you can allow your data grid to fold information, but I want to go through the trouble of building the interface. Okay, because this is where most people have problems with. So now here I'm gonna right click, select add, and I'm gonna select a window. Come on, come on, come on. The system is very slow. Okay, there we go. So here I'm gonna call this add item and hit enter. There we go. So here I'm gonna do a few changes. Now first thing, this is gonna be what? Add new item. There we go. I'm gonna make sure, where's that? There should be no control box. The form border style is fixed single. I don't want the form to change size. Okay. I don't want to have maximize box or minimize box. Yeah, and I guess this is what interests me here. Okay, where's the startup position? I want it to be in the center of the screen. Here we go. So I finished these things, finished these modifications, and now we are gonna enter the items. Now for this we need to make it a little bit organized and good looking. So here we're gonna use a group box. There is no big reason because we don't have information to be grouped, but you know, it makes things look nice. So here we're gonna say item details. There we go. And this label and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so we are gonna need a text box. Oh, BQRST, where's that? Okay, text box first, second, third and fourth. There we go. And here the first one is gonna be a barcode. Second one should be what? Item name. And next one is gonna be what? Buy price. And the last one is gonna be sell price. Okay, so here, let's see. Okay, this is the barcode number. This is the item. Okay, make sure that this one. Dum. This might seem boring. We're not doing lots of programming. Well, most of the applications you'll waste some good amount of time on the design and the looks of things. Yeah, because you want the interface to be good looking and appealing for the customer. So it might seem useless, but you have to do it. Okay, we just still need 2 buttons. So this is the first button. Okay, and this is the second one. So first one is going to be add. The next one is going to be cancel. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop the video and start again so that I get rid of the audio delay. Okay, so now let's get to the code. So if you remember from last time or from the tutorials, we said that we need to do validation. We can get this information and pass it to the database right away, but we need to check that they are valid. So what we need to check here is first that this barcode number is not empty. Second, we need to make sure the item name is not empty, the buy price and sell price are both valid. So let's get to the buttons. I'm gonna start with the cancel button. Go cancel. This is cancel. So we would say me.dialog result equal cancel. It means return to the main window that I cancelled the operation. Use to tell the main window that the operation cancelled. Okay. So this is the first button. Now let's go to the second one. Okay, so this one used to tell the actually used to insert the item to the main to the insert the item. That's it. Okay, so first thing we need to do is validation. Perform validation. Okay, so if text box one.text equal nothing, make that dot trim equal nothing, then MSG box. So basically I'm getting the text for the first text box, which is the barcode number. I'm gonna remove all the spaces, tabs and stuff like that, and make sure that there is something there. Okay, if this one is empty, then MSG box, I'm gonna say you should enter a barcode number. Okay, so here this is our message, and here I'm gonna say critical or okay only, and the title would be error. Okay, so this is our message. And then I'm gonna say text box one.focus. Why I'm doing that? Because I want to make the cursor go to the text box 1 so that the user could fix this error. Okay, so this is the first test on the barcode number. You might also want to add a check that the barcode should be all digits. It shouldn't contain text. Okay, it depends on the checks you want to do. As far as I know, the barcodes are all numbers, right? So here what am I gonna do? I'm gonna make sure of that. So if not is numeric, and here I'm gonna say text box 1.text, then I'm gonna copy this message. So isNumeric is a function that will check that a string contains characters used to express numbers. You should enter a barcode number, or the barcode number. The barcode number should include only digits. Okay, so yeah, finally we need to make sure that the decimal point and the negative signs are not included in the barcode number. Okay, so if not, if text box 1.text.contains, so this is gonna check for me. I don't want to see a dot, or if the text box 1.text.contains if it contains a negative sign, then in that case also there is one important thing here, is that after setting the control to the text box, I need to exit the subroutine so that the other if statements or the rest of the code does not get executed. So exit sub, sorry about that, I forgot it. So here, okay, so the barcode number should include only okay, digits only, that's it, digits only. You can see that I'm repeating the same statement. I should use a single if statement, but I'm merging these two, I'm splitting these two to make it easier. Now this is for the barcode number, validation for barcode. Now the item name should be text and it should not be empty. Perform check for the item name. So it's gonna be something very similar to this one actually. Okay, so here text box 2, okay, you should enter a name for the item. There we go. So if the second text box is empty, we need to enter a name, and the next one is perform a check for the buy price. So for this one, I'm gonna do the checking in a different way. Okay, so first I'm gonna make sure or actually I'm gonna do it the same way. So here I'm gonna make sure that it's a numeric. There we go. So if not is a numeric text box 3, okay, then you should enter the buy price as a number. So this is the first check for the buy price. Also, you don't want the buy price to be negative. Okay, so dimension buy price as decimal, use decimal for money and stuff like that, equal decimal dot parse. Make sure to use decimal dot parse and text box 3 dot text. So now I converted that. Now if buy price is smaller than 0, then yeah, I'm gonna give another error message. Buy price cannot be negative. Buy price can't be negative. There we go. And yeah, I guess this is taking a little bit of time, right? So fix this one. Okay, so we fix these. Okay, so this is the buy price. Sell price is gonna be the same. Let me copy this. Now you might be saying that this is taking a lot of time. Well, yeah, you need to make sure that these checks are in place, otherwise your application would break. This one is gonna be seller price. Okay, and then we're gonna focus on text box 4, and this is gonna be sell price. There we go. And make sure this one's text box 4 and sell price. Okay, and here you want to make sure sell price can't be negative, etc., etc. And there's another extra check. Now, if sell price is smaller from the buy price, then actually smaller than or equal, it means the person want to lose money. Okay, if you want to buy expensive stuff and sell it cheaply, it's up to you, but our application won't allow that. So here I can say sell price can't be less than buy price, because we want the user to make profit, and maybe the user made some kind of mistake here. Okay, so now we finished all of that. Now we are ready to insert the value. So here we are gonna insert the item. Insert the item. And now, since we are inserting item to the database, we are gonna use TryCatch, because an error might happen. We might try to enter the value of the barcode again. So here I'm gonna use try. And now dimension TA for table adapter as new POS dataset table adapter, it's this one, dot items table adapter. Okay, and as you remember, the items table adapter will be used to insert values. Okay, so this one, create the adapter, and next add the item. So here ta.insert, this is okay, the code. So we need to add the barcode. The barcode is, just in case we missed that, it's in the first text box. So I'm gonna say text box 1.text, and the name of the item is in text box 2.text. Okay, and now the buy price is in the buy price variable, and the sell price is in the sell price variable. Okay, so we got these guys, and here we inserted the item successfully, and finally we are gonna say what e.dialog result equal OK, and this is gonna in fact close this window and return OK to the main program. If any kind of problem happens, however, let's see, close window and return OK. If any kind of problem here happens here, we are gonna display message, display error message. Strip box ex.message, then critical OK only. Here we go, and error, so that you know something went wrong. Okay, so I guess this will handle the insert item operation. So let's save that, and now let's go back to our main window. Where's that? There we go. So items, add item. Okay, so here we're gonna add item to the DB. So here all we need to do is dimension item window as new. Okay, we're gonna create a new window of type add item, the window we created. Add item, there we go. Okay, so just in case if you are confused, I add item, just in case you didn't catch that, it's the name of the form. So we are creating a new form or a new window of type add item form. And next we're gonna say if add item window dot show dialog equals okay, then now if the insert operation is successful, we are going to be a little bit lazy and load all of the information from the database. Okay, load the information of items from DB. There we go. So here, copy this and paste it. Okay, as you remember, on the main form we have items TA for items table adapter and our data set. So given that this seems okay, I'm gonna save that and try it. Okay, so enter password 123 and I'm gonna hit OK. So we have these items. I'm gonna add a new item. Okay, so what you see here is that the order of the tabs is not correct. We need to fix that. So here I'm gonna add, and you see that there's this error. You should enter barcode number. So the barcode is gonna be number 1. I'm gonna try to make an error for the system. Okay, I'm gonna try to enter 1. Add, you should enter a name for the item. So I'm gonna call this pen, for example. Add, you should enter price as number. I'm gonna say -2. And now bypass can't be negative. So here I'm gonna enter 2, and this one should be, for example, 1. You can see I'm checking all these errors, so the system is preventing me from doing anything wrong. Now the information will be inserted to the database, but an exception will happen because the value 1 already there, and we said the barcode is the primary key. So here you can see that this is the error generated by the database, and you are seeing that. So here we're going to change the barcode ID, make it here 2, press add, and there we go. Okay, I'm gonna add another item here. Now we are gonna say barcode we are gonna say here 3. Okay, or already. Okay, I don't know what to write here. Yeah, let's say you're selling some kind of hats for 5. Okay, so one of the things you notice here that my tab order is wrong. It's in reverse, so you need to fix that. Let's try to fix that. Okay, so first you need to go to our table and you select the first control you wanted to get the focus, and you go to tab index, make that 0, go to the next one, increase it by 1 so it's 1, next one will be 2, next one will be 3, followed by 4, and finally we have number 5. Okay, so now I have these values. Now the information will be wiped out from the database because we built the application again. Okay, so there is no problem with our code. Our code is working fine. So add, you can see now the first one selected. So here PAM 1, 2. Okay, so it's working perfectly fine, right? No problem. Okay, so yeah, I guess I will stop this again, and before that let's see what we have finished. So we have finished adding item. Okay, next we'll work on edit item. So let me stop the recording and start it again. Okay, so let's continue with that. Now, what am I gonna do next is performing an edit operation, and I can load the information from the database and then manually fill the information in the text boxes. But here I'm gonna try a new approach that might be useful for you guys. So in order to edit an item, I'm gonna use the wizard here, okay, or not the wizard but binding. Okay, we agreed not to use wizard. Okay, before that, let me just improve this a little bit because I like putting things in group boxes. The group boxes make things look nice. So put these here. Okay. By the way, never perform a cut and paste because it creates problems. So here we have this. I'm gonna say password information. Okay, so I'm gonna change this like that. Okay, there we go. So from here to here. Okay. So now, okay. Finally. Okay, so this improves the looks of the form a little bit. Anyway, it's not necessary, but you know, you might want to do that. Okay, so now so after this one we're gonna start working on edit items. So now let me see. Okay. Okay, so the thing we want to do now, first we need to select an item from the list, and then we would select this option item. Okay, we want to select edit item, and when that happens we will be able to edit the information. The information will appear in another window. So let's see how we could do that. Okay, so I'm gonna add a new form here. I'm gonna call this edit item. Edit item. Okay, so we have this. I'm gonna use the same technique for controlling the form. So where's that? No control box. Okay. Form border styles fixed single, so that you won't be able to change that. No maximize box, no minimize box. Okay. So I'll go to the controls now. Now I'm gonna need a data set here. Okay, and I'm gonna call this my ds. Okay, for my data set, or item ds. But the thing that you must remember at all times that this one is actually what this one is actually contains inside it a number of tables. So that's why I'm gonna call it my ds. Okay. We are gonna need the items table adapter. Okay, so I'm gonna change its name to items TA. Now we have an issue. We want to edit the information of a single item. So what we need to do is not load all the items information, but rather load the information of a single item. What that means is we need to modify the full method, or add a new full method that will get me the information of a single item. To do that, you go here. Where's the data set? This is our data set. Okay, this is the items table. And now right click here and select add query. Use SQL statement. Next, use select which returns rows. Okay, just add this where barcode equal question mark, and you can say full by barcode and get data bar by barcode. Okay, there we go. So this will filter by the barcode. Next and finish. There we go. And build the solution before continuing. There we go. That worked fine. Let's close this. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what's the next step actually. Next step simple. Let's get to group box. Okay. Guess now you are a little bit angry with me because of the group boxes. Anyway, so I use them a lot actually. So item information or item details, whatever you like. So here, what are we gonna do? This will help us load the information and also save it to the database. So let me see, where is now I'm gonna need a binding source. By the way, you can use the wizard, it's gonna be much faster, but again this will show you how to link things manually. This is the data source. Yeah, my DS, and the data member is the items. There we go. Now we need to place 4 labels again and 4 text boxes, and for this I'm gonna be a little bit lazy and I'm gonna go to add items. I'm gonna copy these. Actually I can copy this whole thing. I'm gonna copy this. Okay, and okay, get this. Now what I want is for these text boxes to get its information from the data set. Okay, so how am I gonna do that? Well, I need to bind these text boxes. So you click on this one. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't have here. You click on this one. Let's go to its properties. You can go to data binding here. Okay, and for the text, you open this, select the binding source, and select the field. So this will be bound to barcode. Okay, the second one, I'm sorry, will be treated the same way. Just go and select the name. Next one, this is gonna be buy price, and next one, this is gonna be seller price. Okay. Yeah. Now the question is when the information is gonna get loaded, and also what will the value be. So in order to pass the information here, we are going to create a method that will fill the information, and that method will be called from outside. So here, this method is used to fill the information. So it's gonna be public sub full GUI or full item info. Okay, and what we need to get here is barcode number, okay, or the barcode string. So all I need to do is TA, wait a minute, what did I call it? I called it items TA. So items TA dot full by barcode. I need to provide the table. So my ds dot items, and I want to use the barcode. So barcode. Okay. So this function is very simple. It's being called. It's gonna pull the information. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Now, obviously we will need two buttons, an OK and cancel. So here, I'm gonna paste that. This is gonna be me.dialogResult equal cancel. It means you don't want to do any changes, and for the OK, it's gonna be almost the same code. You don't want to miss the validation, of course. I think a better technique would be placing all this validation in a single function, and passing the parameters, and it is gonna check for you. Okay. Anyway, let's copy here. It's not be exactly the same, so check it. Check this out. Where's the edit item? Double click here. Control V. Now, instead of doing an insert, okay, we are gonna do something different here. I'm gonna say update. Okay, so I'm gonna say update. So the update method takes many parameters. So for example, you can see here it could receive a data set, it could receive a row, it could receive an array of data row, it could receive the full information. Okay, in our case it's very simple for us if we pass the my ds. Okay. Okay, and it should fill the information for us, okay, or update the information. Okay, and now let's go to the main window, and we're gonna copy some of the code here. Copy this again, double click this one. Now this one is gonna be edit item window is a new edit item. Next is gonna wait a minute. So before I do anything here, I need to do a few checks. So first I need to make sure that I selected an item. Make sure an item is selected. So if dgv.selected rows.count equals 0, then exit sub. So if no row is selected, it means there is no item being selected, exit the subroutine. Now get the barcode of the item. Why the barcode? Because it will be used to identify the item. That will be used to load information from the database. All we have to do is mention barcode equal dgv dot selected rows of 0, the first selected rows dot cells of, what's the name of the column? Is barcode. Barcode. Make sure you write this, or you could use the column 0 because it's the first column. Okay, so we got the barcode. Now next, create the edit window. So this is the edit window. Next, what you need to do is fill the window with information. So how do you do that? We created this method a few seconds ago. So full item information, and we need to supply the barcode. So this is the barcode. So you can see this is how you can make communication between forms. You create a method on the second form and you call it from the first. This is one way to do it, or you could access the variables in the other form right away. Okay. Next, if edit item window edit. Okay. Yeah. So if everything works fine, we're gonna pull information again. Okay. So this is the code. Let's try it out, and hopefully it will work. So save that, build the solution, and let's run. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna say enter. Let me here edit item. Nothing happens. I need to click on this and edit item. And obviously I made something wrong here. So the name barcode cannot be found. Yeah, how did I write this? Yeah, so I guess I will use the index instead. Okay, so I use the index instead, and okay. Oops, let me stop this. I wonder where the window is. It show dialog equals. Okay. So let me run this again. 1, 2, 3. Click here. Click this one. Okay, so you can see now, as soon as I did that, you can see the information is being displayed here. So what happened is that this full item info, this full item is a method within the edit item window. Okay, so we passed the barcode, and this method queried the database, gave the information for us. Okay, this is the first thing. Next, we're gonna change the information. Test. I'm gonna say t whatever that is, and I'm gonna say add. Okay, and obviously it was not updated for some reason. I think I made some kind of mistake, I guess. Right, big failure, I guess. Sorry about that. Let me check this. Let me go to the edit window. Where's the edit? So I have few things. First, this is, I'm gonna say update. This first here, start position, the center of course, and now, okay, where is that? I'm gonna say the items. Yep. Yeah. So I guess this should solve the issue. So now I just made sure that I'm using this one. Let me run this again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here. I'm gonna call this 222 and say update. I wonder why. Gosh, what did I do wrong? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I'm using the wrong control because wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. That's why I hate the wizard. Oops. Okay, so I forgot about table adapter manager. Usually you make updates through table adapter manager, and this is what I forgot to do. So let me go to that item, and this is gonna be table adapter manager. So I'm gonna change this to TAN. TAM, table adapter manager. Okay, and here let me see, I think, oops, there's one of two things. Either I forgot to say and edit ta.end, right? Wait, ta dot manager dot. So let me see. Update all. Okay, and I'm gonna pass the my dataset. Okay, let me try this out. I'm forgetting the code here. So I'm using table adapter manager. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3. Hit enter. Okay, edit that one. Do something, update. And obviously I'm doing something wrong. So okay, so wait a minute. Okay, I think I forgot to make an end edit. Let me try this out. I think this is why I'm not getting the expected result. I need to perform an end edit and then save. Let me try this out. Okay, so I was forgetting to call the end edit. Yeah, so just remember, if you are doing updates, you just need to make sure you call the binding source and edit, which also means that this table adapter manager is not needed. If I remember correctly, this one is needed when you are updating multiple tables at once. Okay, so now we finished this one. Okay, need to demonstrate this again, make sure it works. 1, 2, 3, and click that. Okay, click this one, items, and let me add an item here. 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's one thing here. I want the full row to get selected instead of having to go and click here on this arrow. We can achieve that, but anyway, for now I'm gonna select, sorry, gosh, edit item. I'm gonna say test2. I'm gonna say update. There we go. No problem, right? So now I'm gonna do a modification here just to improve it a little bit. So I click here, and there's a number of things. There's a row selection mode, I think. Multi-select is false. I want to select one row at a time. And where's that? Selection mode. So here I'm gonna say full row select. So let's try this out now. 1, 2, and 3, and enter. So you can see that the whole row is being selected. So okay, so I click here, the whole row is being selected, no problem with that. Okay, so now I guess edit is working fine now. So I can close this, save the work, and let's mark this. Okay, now the last thing here is remove item, and remove item is very straightforward. You just get the key and use the call the remove command. It's not that difficult. So here I'm gonna go to items. Oops. I'm gonna say remove item. Okay. So I'm gonna double click here. Okay. So now this one is used to remove an item. There we go. Okay. So here again we're gonna check that an item is selected. Make sure a single item is being selected. So if dgv dot selected rows dot count equals 0, it means nothing was selected, then exit sub. Next, get the barcode. Get the barcode of the item. So here dimension barcode string equals this is going to be what? This is going to be dgv dot selected rows of 0 dots of 0 the cells of 0 of value. So this is going to get me the first cell, which is the ID or the barcode. I'm sorry, it's the barcode in the data grid view. So we got the barcode. Remove the item. Now all we have to do is item TA. Let me call it TA, right? What did I call it? I forgot the name. So let me go back here. Items TA. So this is going to be items TA dot delete, and I need, okay, so you can see here from in the delete command you need to provide all these parameters. I'm gonna change that and create my own that will receive a single barcode and delete the item by the barcode itself. So let's go here to the data set, okay, and select add and query. Use SQL. I'm gonna use the delete command. Next, okay, barcode is this. Okay, so to create this I just modified the code so that the delete will be only working on the barcode. Next, delete by barcode, there we go. So next and finish. Okay, oops, there seems to be an error here. Let me modify this again. Okay, so delete by barcoded from items. There we go. Yeah, so error is fixed, I guess. So delete by barcode, this one. Let me make sure the parameters are correct. Yep. I'm gonna say okay. Build the solution. Okay, there we go. Close that, and now we're gonna say items. Wait, make sure to place this in try. So items TA dot delete, and wow, why did that happen? Items TA dot delete. Oh, so now the second one appears is delete by barcode. Okay, and I'm gonna provide the barcode here, and items TA dot full my dataset dot items. That's it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna use it's a normal full. There we go. Okay, and if anything goes wrong, I'm gonna display message box ex.message critical or okay only and error. There we go. It's as simple as that, straightforward. Okay, so now seems all working fine. I'm gonna save this and run the code. And 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna say enter. There we go. So items, remove item, and it's gone. Items add. So 1, whatever that is, some number add. There we go. Items remove. It's working perfectly fine. Okay, so let me save that work here, and we go back to this one. and remove item is now finished. Okay, so I guess this is enough for today. We finished about half the system, almost half the system. Next time we're gonna see how to add items to the receipt, which is the important part or the most difficult part apparently. Okay, it's not the most difficult, but it's not that difficult. You will see. Okay, I hope you'll find this useful. You will find the source code available on the website, so if you would like to download that, go to the website and download it. If you have questions or suggestions or notes, send them to notes@mka-soft.com. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.